Hello, everyone. My name is Princess Pearl, and as always, it's an absolute delight to have you here on this cold and blustery January evening. What am I saying? It's full on night here. It is so cold. We are in the middle of a polar vortex thing right now. Luckily, I live right by Lake Ontario, and therefore we got that lake effect going on. So we only got about 10 centimeters of snow. So manageable. But just like a little further into town, they're getting like 30. Weather is weird. Tonight, we are continuing the great King's Questioning, as always, forever. And today we are playing not a remake of King's Quest 3 for once. We are now moving on to the last remake that I know of that has been completed that doesn't involve AI. Thank you very much. King's Quest 4, The Perils of Rosella, Retold. Start. Disclaimer. Yeah, all that stuff. Sounds good. I keep on thinking that the fanfare is about to end. There we go. All right, well, let's get into it. Would you like to completely remove any risk of getting permanently stuck in a dead-end situation or running out of time? You know what? That's one of the things that makes this version completely different from King's Quest 4, the OG version. So yeah, let's take advantage of this. You have selected to remove the dead ends and the time limit. Please note that while you will be able to finish the game no matter what you do, it will still be possible to lock yourself out of the best possible ending. Programming, additional art, and additional writing by DrSlash. So thank you, DrSlash, if you're out there, for this version of the game. This looks just like the credits for the original game. William Goldstein, that's his name. I was trying to remember the other week. Like, I knew that King's Quest 4 had like a Hollywood composer come out for it. No, that was a big deal at the time? Okay. With the return of his long-lost son, Alexander, and the rescue of his daughter, Rosella, from the terrible dragon, old King Graham decides it's time to pass on his adventurous hat to younger blood. Takes his little hat. He flings the battered hat towards his children, while his wife, Queen Valenice, proudly looks on. The hat arches through the air. Suddenly, King Graham experiences a terrible squeezing pain in his chest. "Help me," he rasps. The adventurer's hat lies, unclaimed upon the floor, forgotten. Interesting that Graham sleeps in a single bed. We now see why Rosella and Alexander are the only two royal children. King Graham lies weakly in bed, Father Death hovering near. Grief suddenly overwhelming her, Rosella runs from the room. "Oh, Father," she sobs, "you're still young. You should have many years ahead of you. Oh, I wish I could help you, Father." "Do you really mean that?" a soft voice asks. Rosella looks up but sees no one. Who's speaking to me? I am, the voice says. Look in the magic mirror. Rosella sees an image in the mirror. Who are you? She queries. Go. I am the fairy Genesta. In my land of Tamir, there is a remarkable tree. This tiny tree needs 100 years to bear a single fruit. But this is no ordinary fruit, for if a person were to eat it, they would find that good health and well-being would be theirs for many years. Rosella is much heartened by this news. Where is the land of Tamir? Genesta smiles. Tamir is very far away, but with my magic I can bring you here. Rosella senses that there is more to the story. But I suppose there are some problems, because nothing can ever go right for the royal family of Daventry. Again, Genesta smiles. Yes, you are correct, Rosella. If you are willing to come to Tamir, I will explain the situation. However, once I bring you here, I can't send you back. You will have to help me first. I cannot explain things before they happen. That's madness. Confused, Rosella says, I don't know. What if I can't help you or find the tree? That voice was too squeaky. Genesta pleads, you must decide now, Rosella. My powers are growing weaker by the minute. Now the fairy is but a faint glimmer, and her voice barely audible. If you care for your father, say yes now. And suddenly she's gone. Yes! Rosella feels a strange pulling sensation. The lovely fairy speaks. I am the fairy Genesta. Welcome to Tamir. Have a souvenir postcard. Rosella looks awestruck at the fairy. She is stunningly beautiful, but there's still a certain sadness to her. Finally, Rosella speaks. I know you'd like me to help you in some way, but I don't know how I could help a fairy. Genesta looks sadder than ever. You're wrong, Rosella. You see, I'm losing my magical powers. Yesterday, as I was strolling through the woods, Lalote, the evil fairy, caught me unawares and stole my magic talisman. The fairy sighs. She yanked it from my neck and raced away, screeching with laughter. Immediately, I felt my powers diminishing and my body weakening. I will die in 24 hours if my talisman is not returned, or whenever, because I selected the no time limit version. Intently, Genesta looks at Rosella. Lalote is very evil and will use the talisman to bring more evil to Tamir. Now I fear it will contaminate my whole country. Further, I cannot send you home without my talisman. Could have said that in the first place. Rosella's unsure as to what she can do. Meekly, she asks, I want to help you, but how? You can do more than you think, Rosella, Genesta assures her. I believe you will be able to penetrate Lalote's domain. Suddenly, Rosella remembers the tiny tree. Can you tell me where to find the magic fruit? Remorsefully, Genesta looks at Rosella. It will not be easy to reach the tree. It grows on a tiny island within a vast swamp on the other side of the Great Mountains. Oh, and there's a freaking troll. Did I forget to mention that? Bravely fighting back tears, Rosella says, I will help you in any way I can, Genesta. How can I find Lalote? The beautiful fairy points eastward. Lalote's castle overlooks Tamir from the Great Mountains. Genesta looks weaker as she says, There is not much more I can do, Rosella. As it is, it will be difficult for me to fly home again. Have you ever heard of a boat? One thing I must do for you, though. I shall disguise you as a peasant girl so as not to attract attention. Thank you, Genesta. I think, Rosella stammers. It will be better for you, the fairy says. Well, I must be off while I can still fly. I know you can do it. Because we've done this before, because we played King's Quest IV several months ago in the Great King's Questioning. Goodbye. Good luck. I now must waste all of my failing energy by flying across the ocean when boats exist. Well, you're on your own, Rosella. Alrighty. Da 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 da. Have to wait for the end of the fanfare. Da da da. Okay, I don't think that these seagull noises were in the original version. Oh! So, as I mentioned, this is not the original version of King's Quest IV. This is the point-and-click version. And the little walk icon walks. That's so cute. Okay. Oh! Oh, I love that. Things are just clearly labeled. Ooh! River? Ocean? Rosella. Okay, so we've got our usual walk, look, touch, talk, inventory, options. The rest of these animate, or is it just the walking feet? Nope. Nope. That's cute. Okay, so let's look around some. The wide blue ocean disappears into the horizon to the west. The cold water of the river contrasts sharply with the warmer ocean water as the two converge. You see a poor but beautiful peasant girl. Wait. That just gave me an existential crisis. Does the game recognize that I am separate from the reality of the game so that I am you? Might have just given myself an aneurysm there. All right. Ooh, let's get... Oh, let's turn up the speed a little bit. Oh. It's all locked? Oh, nope. It's just a glitch. I don't want to go full blast because if this is anything like... Okay, that water noise is not in the original game. Yeah, that's a manageable speed. The cold water of the river rushes... That's difficult to say. The cold water of the river rushes westward. Switching back and forth between the W's and the R's. There are not many trees around here. Oh, doesn't label the trees. A cold river carves its way through this lush, flowery meadow. The sky is nice and blue. I heard a frog. Zhup. So we definitely have some sounds that are added into the game. Ooh. And we're in stereo as well. That high-pitched one only comes from this side. Come on, do it again. Do the low one. Oh, I swear the low ones were coming from my other headphone. Yep, the low ones are coming from this side. There we go. Neat. The crude mine is carved into a small hill. Its solid wooden door is propped open. I don't know if I've ever been in the mine before I've been to the dwarf's house. You've encountered a group of small men working in this diamond mine. They're not too friendly, though, as one of them forcefully tells you to leave the premises. I don't think I've ever done that before. First got this game probably around 1995. And we got it for the Atari ST. We got in like a whole lot of Atari games from a flea market, including lots of Sierra games. You know, let's just start off by getting our quests. This is not the way I usually do things, but why not? The narrow path dangerously winds its way up the steep mountains. The mountain range rises to the east from the forest. A narrow path winds steeply up the side of it. Anything else? Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rise sharply to the east. A forest of pine trees encircles you. I wonder why some things get identified, like the mountain path, the mountains, but the trees do not. Maybe that, like the sky does not. Wonder how they decided on that. Oh. Well, my pets, Lilot hisses, what have you drug home today? Lilot gives you the once-over, and as she does, her red eyes begin to narrow. Ooh, the crow is the king! Are you a foolish girl who wandered here by mistake? Or are you a spy sent here by my enemy, Genesta? You swear to Lilot that you are nothing but a poor peasant girl who has lost her way. But she doesn't seem to believe you, as her mouth begins to snarl and her eyes narrow to mere slits. For the first time, you experience real fear and begin to tremble. Lilot snarls, "Don't look stupid enough to have wandered here. I believe you are a spy. Take her to the cell." At least 2 unfortunate individuals have met their end here. You see nothing of interest on the floor? A whip hangs on the wall. Kinky. An ominous machine lurks in the corner of the cell. As to its purpose, you don't want to know. Chiropractory. You hear the henchmen returning. Perhaps they are setting you free. No. Might want to turn the speed down a little bit, just so I can read things. Lilot gives you a sickly sweet look. "Oh, you're lucky, my dear," she coos. "My precious son Edgar is taking a liking to you, and he believes you. He's convinced me to give you a chance to prove your innocence." You glance at the homely young man standing next to Lilot. He blushes. Lilot continues, "I wish to own the unicorn that inhabits the meadowland. Bring me the unicorn, and I shall not only set you free, but reward you as well." To her henchmen, Lolotte orders, "Go! Take her back to the forest." Okay. At least I don't have to walk down the path again. All right. We have our first quest. Okay, I'm lowering the game speed a little bit because I want to catch this worm. Not close enough. Of course I'm not close enough. Yes. Now I have a worm. I like this inventory screen. Usually in Sierra games, the inventory interactions are like along the bottom here, and it's a much smaller screen, so you don't have a lot of room to look at stuff. The plump earthworm is vigorously wiggling in your palm. Gross. You are not that hungry. I like that. I like that. Oop. Ominous trees. These are vicious looking trees, aren't they? Best to stay clear of them. This one doesn't look particularly vicious. It just looks like it's going, ooh. Ooh. Crow made crow noises. Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not ready to deal with the ogre. Don't want to deal with the ogre. No, Cupid. I don't think he shows up if you come in from the top. The beautiful pool is lined with tall marble columns. It's crystal clear and looks very inviting. Cupid happily splashes and frolics in the clear water of the pool. You speak to Cupid, but he doesn't seem to hear you. Oh, you've startled Cupid. He quickly jumps out of the pool and flies away in fear. I haven't done a darn thing. Feeling sorry for startling Cupid, you decide to hold on to his bow for safekeeping so you can return it to him the next time you meet. Interesting. I thought I died. I thought I died. The pool. It's too far in the distance to see it clearly. Interesting. A large rock dominates the clearing. Credit to the original team. This is a well, constructed scene. Just like the visual weight of it is pleasing to me. Do I know why? No, but I like it. And that's allowed. Where am I? There I am. Ah. I like the bloopy frog music. Oh, I don't have the thing that the frog wants. Ya-da-da-da-da-da. It's one of the places where the minstrel can show up. Goodbye, pony. Okay, river's there, so... There's the bridge. Oh, let's look at the huh. It's clearly labeled as the huh. You notice something glimmer under the stone bridge. What could it be? What could it be? You kneel down and peer under the bridge. Aha! You have found a small golden ball. You pick it up and carry it with you. Like in the original fairy tale, I always thought of it as like this big or something. Like the size of a soccer ball, maybe a little smaller than that, which I know is an insane, like, if it was made out of gold, that would be insanely heavy and not at all fun to play with. But, like, I don't know what you'd... The story is that the princess has the golden ball that she's playing with it and falls into a well or into a pond or something, and the frog goes and gets it. But, like, how are you playing with a ball that's, like, this big? What are you doing with it other than, like, playing marbles? You need more balls than that and also friends. A rustic stone bridge adds a bit of charm to this part of the woods. Actually, let's just look at what I've got in my inventory now. You are carrying Cupid's bow, complete with 2 golden arrows. It's interesting that the items aren't all, like, inventory. Like, usually in either Sierra or LucasArts, the inventory items all fit in a grid. Like, they're all sort of square, but this one is, like, double. Just an interesting thing. The metal ball is the size of a large button and seems to be made of pure gold. Back in Daventry, you used to have one just like this and would always bring it to the pond to play when you were younger. That's a nice little hint, like, hey, maybe bring the ball to the pond. It might be a good idea. And therefore, actually, do we have a different interaction with the hand? This is neither the time nor place for games, Rosella. You draw Cupid's bow to make sure the string is fitted securely. Everything seems to be in order. Okay. Ball. Pond. Seeking some calm and rest, you sit down by the pond and watch the water lilies float serenely on the surface as you roll the golden ball between your hands. I don't think that's what happened in the original game. So is this not a one-to-one? As your mind wanders off, you accidentally drop the golden ball in the pond. From atop a lily pad, a large green frog leaps into the water and disappears from view. A moment later, the frog emerges with, yes, your lost ball. It seems as if the frog is kindly returning it to you. Oh, I have to go over here? Squinching up your nose in disgust, you catch the large frog and hold it in your hand. It stares at you with its big, bulgy eyes and wobbles its throat. Inventory! The frog sits calmly in your palm as the palm of your hand. Its big eyes stare into yours. A little gold crown rests upon its head. Do I interact? You look at the frog's green lips. Good. You feel silly doing this as you slowly put your mouth against the frog's. Now, I've seen in other people's commentary on this scene that they're like, wait, Rosella's a freak and she likes kissing frogs. But I always read that as, good. Not, good. Like, no, that is stone cold. Yay, I'm doing this. That's a cute sound effect. Suddenly, the little green frog changes into a handsome prince. Oh, the prince demands. I thought you were supposed to be a princess. Why, you're nothing more than a peasant girl. You blanch a bit at that remark, but say nothing. Well, ta-ta, he says, I'm off. Here, you may keep this. To your surprise, he tosses the little golden crown to you as he takes his leave. Good riddance, you think. Ba-dum-bum. My headcanon is that is Prince Throckmorton, who is so boring, as mentioned in King's Quest VII. And I'm going to take my ball back, because I can. It's a nice little gold crown. Poof! You're a little froggy. You don't like the clammy feeling of being a frog. You look around, decide there's no reason to be one right now, and remove the little gold crown. Let's see. No, wait, I'm doing things in the wrong order. Because in order to... I was going to go down to the fisherman's hut because I now have a worm, so that means that I should be able to go fishing. Yeah, stop. Rosella. No. Oh my gosh, I'm lost. Where the heck is the house? There we go. Yeah, so I was thinking, like, oh, I've got the worm now, I can go fishing. But in order to go fishing, I need to get the fishing rod. In order to get the fishing rod, I have to give the diamonds to the fisherman. In order to get the diamonds, I have to clean the dwarf's house so that they leave the diamonds behind them. And then I give the diamonds to the dwarves and they say, nah, keep. Okay. This game, I know. It's not like King's Quest 3 where it's like, wait, what the heck? But we are probably going to end up with several instances of how do I do this? Because we don't have the parser now. We've got the pointy clicky. See a forest out the window. This is the main room of the Seven Dwarfs' cozy treehouse. What a mess it is! A rag rug covers the floor. Actually, just out of curiosity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even though there's only 7 dwarves, this still has 8 plates. Oh, you've been caught trespassing. You are unceremoniously ordered out by an angry dwarf. Oh, I don't know I've ever had that happen. And stay out. So obviously, because I have the no dead ends turned on for this, I'm not stuck outside. That wouldn't be a good idea right now. Oh, can I go back in now? Okay, let's get cleaning, I guess. That would not accomplish anything. How? Okay, I found out where I need to click. I love this music. You hear the dwarves approaching. You watch quietly as the dwarves file in one by one, get a bowl of soup, and take a seat at the table. The movement, like that cutscene is much shorter in this version than it is in the original game. And also she seems to glide more when sweeping, and I don't know what it is that makes it look more glidey. Huh. Like, is it the speed that she moves? This dwarf must be really hungry. He's getting 2 bowls of soup. The 7 dwarves seem very pleased that you tidied their messy home. One politely asks you your name, you tell him, and he oh, that was fast. You seat yourself, oh gosh. Hello, Yeti, welcome. Goodbye and thanks for the soup, you call as they take their leave. One at a time. Oh no, you have forgotten your sack of diamonds. Sir, do come back, your diamonds. You finished your soup also. was the best soup you've ever tasted. Maybe though you were just really hungry. Diamonds. Diamonds. Just because I can. I wish cleaning was that fast. Whew! I hope that's the last of it. Yay! Onwards. Okay, let's... Rosella! Yeah. Fast cleaning. If I had a superpower, that's what I would want. The ability to clean up really fast. Oop. The graveyard. So spooky. Oop. I actually was terrified of the haunted house back when I first played. Which is kind of pathetic, seeing as I would have been, let's see, 95? Probably would have been about 10 years old, 10, 11. Stay, wait. You've entered a okay. Stay still. Stay still. There we go. You see a lively creature who is, at the same time, both man and goat. He is a satyr, and his name is Pan. You can tell because of his name tag that he wears attached to him somewhere. He seems to be greatly enjoying his flute music. Did he leave? I didn't think he did that. Maybe that's just something for this version. No. There it is. Mine entrance. You see the 7 dwarves toiling away with their picks and shovels, extracting the plentiful diamonds from their underground mine. Fast cleaning, yay! Real cleaning, stabby. That is truth. Don't you fall, Rosella. Don't do it. I told you don't do it. What did you do? You went and fell. The head dwarf. One dwarf appears to be idling by the diamond bucket. Oh, actually, I didn't look at the diamonds. The 7 dwarves must have been really preoccupied with their dinner to forget this blue pouch among the bowls. You open the diamond pouch and look inside. Many diamonds flash and sparkle from within. Carefully, you close again so as not to lose any. You say hello to the small man next to the diamond bucket. He seems amazed to see you here. Rosella, he exclaimed, what are you doing here? Don't you know this ain't no place for a fine girl like yourself? You don't agree with that, but you don't argue. Oh, I didn't actually pick up the diamonds. Have some diamonds. Being an honest person, you offer the forgotten pouch of diamonds to the dwarf. His gruff exterior softens a bit. Nah, you can keep it, he says. We got plenty here. We also got an extra lantern we ain't using. Here, go ahead and take it. The dwarf's gruffness returns, he says. Now skedaddle on out of here. Da-dum-dum. Skedad I shall. Mine entrance. Okay. Now let's go deal with the fisherman. Hey, a 3-stream streak. Very nice, Yeti. Okay. Wait, where? Oh, there I am. I'm just behind the house. It's just a plain wooden door. The fisherman's shack looks badly in need of repair as the sun, wind, and salt spray have taken their toll. From the house, an old pier leads out to the ocean. Must have missed one. Aw. Yeah, I think probably around that time I did an extra stream for December. So Wasn't my usual Sunday night to Monday morning, midnight Eastern Standard Time. I was sneaky. Played some Conquest of the Longbow. Take a long walk off a normal-sized pier. Old man. You see a grizzled old fisherman on the pier. Apparently, he isn't having any luck today. Oop, and he skedaddles. The old worn pier juts out into the ocean from the weather-beaten house. Not from here, Rosella. Yet. You talk to the grizzled fisherman as he sits at the table. Sighing, he tells you, "Them fish ain't been biting lately. It's things don't get better soon. I don't know what to do." You say hello to the poor woman. With little patience, she responds, "What are you doing in here, young lady? Can't you see I'm busy? I have enough problems without worrying about you." The fishing pole is propped against the shack wall. See a large fish hanging on the wall, but we won't eat it. No, no. The smell of hot coffee fills the room. Black coffee, I'm your coffee gal. You give the pouch of dimes to the astonished woman. She and her husband exchange glances. Give the girl my fishing pole in trade," he tells his tired wife. Obediently, she retrieves the pole and hands it to you. "Thank you very much," she says, smiling. "You have certainly helped us." "Hello, Jartsa! 3-stream streak for you too! Yay! It's a party." Okay, let's take a look at the fishing pole. Aside from missing the bait, the fishing pole appears to be adequate for use. The spare oil lantern given to you by the 7 dwarfs is unlit. I like this inventory screen. It's nice. It's just a little bit different from the Sierra standard, but not a lot different. Oh, I never noticed this little bottle before. The inside of the fisherman's shack looks almost as shabby as the outside. You see the old fisherman at the table and his wife kneading bread at the counter. Since your generous gift of the diamonds, however, her grouchy look has been replaced by one of contentment. That's cute. Let's go fishing. Okay. Worm. Pole. Scrunching up your delicate nose, you gingerly bait the hook on the fishing pole with the large earthworm. Now let's look at baited. The hook of the fishing pole is baited with a fat worm. Fishy. Eagerly, from the end of the pier, you fling the baited line of the fishing pole into the ocean. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Almost immediately, yes, you feel a sharp tug on the line. Something pulls and fights your line as you slowly reel it in. There it is, you have caught yourself a fine fat fish. So I don't know if I'm just lucky, but I know in the original version that's RNG. It can sometimes be that you get nothing. Or like maybe a boot that you throw back. But it's nice to have actually... Or maybe that's just if you don't have the bait. I'm pretty sure that it can come up that you don't get anything, even with the bait, though. I haven't seen the minstrel yet. I'm sorry, I'm going to be mean to you. No, I guess I can be mean to the pony now. I've got everything I need to be mean to the pony. Oh, I don't wanna. Oh, there you are. Ring. Days. You say hello to the minstrel, who looks at you in surprise. Well, who do we have here? he asks. You introduce yourself as Rosella. Hello, Rosella, the minstrel says. Let me play for you one of my favorite tunes. And he begins to play an old ballad. Unfortunately, it appears that his musical skills are quite limited as he plunks and pings his way through an otherwise beautiful song. Girl in the tower. Why do you play like ragtime? Okay, I don't have what he wants currently. Where's my walkie? No, horsey. No, horsey. Do, 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 do. We just made a cup of egg omelet mixed with a can of Mexican vegetables and tuna. That sounds freaking delicious. How do you make a cup of egg omelet? I don't know how you do that. A bit of garlic French cream? Ooh, fancy. Pony. Oh, you mix them together after the omelet was done in a cup. Okay, I get that. Oh, sorry, Pony. You aim one of Cupid's golden arrows toward the beautiful unicorn. You let go of the bowstring. Zing! Bullseye. I need the bridle. Silly. Your magnificent... The magnificent unicorn is no longer afraid of you. It's now your friend. Not do you any good as you could mount the unicorn, but could not guide it. Speak gently to the splendid unicorn. It whinnies softly in response. I can't kiss it. Aww. You can give it a little kiss on its nose and with the parser. Okay. We're gonna save before I start my way across the ocean. Swimming. But there is an autosave option, which is nice. Dang it. And this is why I saved. Make a tasty morsel for that hungry shark. Thank you for playing King's Quest IV: The Perils of Rosella. To think everything was going so swimmingly. So in the original King's Quest IV, for those who do not know, you just get like a big Roberta Williams face over here, and I don't think you get any puns. Okay, restore. Ooh! Lots of autosaves. Interesting. Oh, I don't know why I was thinking this was seconds. What triggers it to autosave at these particular points? Interesting. I just want to see. Doesn't matter. I've got my actual save. I can go back to that and take a look, but nothing particularly interesting happened there. Nothing really there. I was wandering around. Like, no, but that's instant death, so that's mean. Oh, come on! Yes. Okay. So I need to find a peacock feather. An enchanting ivory palace encircled by a luxuriant garden rises from the center of this secluded island. Oh, peacock. There we go. A majestic peacock with a beautiful tail struts by. I'm gonna take your feather. I don't think there's anything else you need to do in here, but let's go inside. Oops. Get. There, and there's his tail. Genesta's tiny fairies guard the palace door. What you gonna do to me? If you're guarding it, what you gonna do? Locked door? Locked door? Oops. No. No. Yeah. The lovely fairy is visibly fading, fast. Within hours, if she doesn't get her magic talisman back, she'll be dead. This will be a loss for Tamir, as the evil Lolote will come to power. As you attempt to speak to the gravely ill Genesta, her small fairy helpers flutter madly about, trying to prevent you from disturbing her. Well, fine. This is just such a... Now you go up the stairs. No. This is like an odd section of the game. Like, they add all sorts of extra... Get out. Extra rooms with extra pathfinding, extra music that it doesn't add anything to the game. Just a weird choice. Okay. I now have the feather. Going to save again. Oh, and all of those autosaves are gone. Interesting. Oh, but I can't save to those autosaves, so that only shows when I restore. I'm very curious how the autosave function works. Maybe whale. Okay, let's try it. Oh my gosh. First screen. Horrors, you have been swallowed by a huge whale. Whew, this place stinks. So I've told this story before. I've told it on my channel. I've told it on Space Quest Historian's channel, but I'm going to tell you again. First time I played this game, I went back and forth across the ocean for literally a week. I was playing this game like it was my job. And the whale wouldn't show up. When it finally did, I was so excited. I freaked out and hit multiple keys at once, and which on an Atari ST, it does not accept multiple key inputs at once. It just crashes the whole computer. And then I didn't play the game again for like a year, at least. I was so frustrated. Oh. I only knew I needed to do that because I'd been playing the game for quite a while, and like I was completely stuck because the first time you go across the ocean, it's entirely possible to just get eaten by a shark. And in previous King's Quests, if you get eaten by a shark, that's just the symbol like, oh, hey, look, there's nothing further over this way. You just stop. That's our sneaky way of having a world border. So I assumed it was the same thing. Like, went over one screen, got eaten by a shark. Like, okay, there's nothing over there. Hello, dog lover merboy. Welcome. You're just in time, fellow fishy, to see the whale with people teeth. Ew, drippy. Did I get the bottle? I now have the bottle. All right. There's a note in the bottle. You open the glass bottle and retrieve the imprisoned note. There seems to be writing on the note. Okay. The note reads, "Thank you for playing King's Quest IV Retold. Support indie game developers." Yeah, I do have white hair. It is so cold that my hair's gone white. Oh my goodness. We've had big snow here today. Well, where I am exactly, we didn't get much snow because the lake effect is a thing. I live on the shores of Lake Ontario. But further into town, they're getting like 30 centimeters. We only got about 10 here, which for Americans, that's about 4 inches for us, about a foot further into town. Pearl got Elsa. Yeah, well, you gotta let it go. Oh, you have no idea what any of that means, but at least it's not one of those shameless Sierra plugs. Yeah, in the original version, the note in the bottle has comments about various other Sierra games, like, oh, I need help finding the Death Angel in Lytton. Plays Police Quest. That sort of thing. Okay, let's head to Huge Tongue. All right. Let's see if I can get this in one. I don't know. I do have yes, I have the feather. Okay. So, in the original version, this can be very difficult. This game doesn't give me a chance to like wax poetical. Looks like the noxious fumes have finally gotten to you, Rosella. Thank you for playing King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. Sometimes all this questing can take your breath away. I like that they've added the puns instead of just the Roberta Williams staring at you like you're dead now. Okay. No, okay, well. I might have to go back to maybe whale. Yes! Okay, we're just gonna head, we're not gonna get the bottle, just straight to the tongue. Come on, come on. Okay, that. What? What? Why? Oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. Okay, so I think they took the RNG out of this. It's just automatic whale if you've got the peacock feather. Yeah, this place stinks. Come on. Seriously. 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 I'm going to. Welcome back from ad break, people. You have missed this. Oh, it went like 1 pixel. What? Okay, this is supposed to be the point and click version. Why was the keyboard the right thing to do? Okay. Saving. That's why I saved. Yes. Tickle uvula. You frantically tickle the throat of the whale with the big peacock feather. You begin to feel a quiver under your feet, which quickly turns into a mighty tremble. Suddenly you hear a thunderous "Oh, shoo!" and you are swept out of the whale's mouth in a tremendous wave of water. Again, you find yourself swimming in the ocean, covered in whale snot, I'm sure. Okay. This is another stupid puzzle, because back here, debris. You look at the ground inside the wrecked boat. What is this? Why, it's a golden bridle. You pick it up and carry it with you. And then the pelican shows up, and we give him a fishy. You throw the stinky dead fish to the pelican. Greedily, he catches it in his large bill. As he does so, you notice something shiny from his bill onto the ground. I want to look at the pelican. I want to look at the pelican. Ah. Oh, it's another, huh? You see a shiny whistle lying on the ground. And now it's a whistle. That's nice. It looks as many an unlucky sailor has been stranded here. Only one lonely palm grows here. Consider the coconut. What? What? God! I don't know if I've got the speed up a bit, but there's no time to interact with stuff. Oh no. Please. Like, so if you don't know what you're doing, you are gonna die in this version. What the heck? It looks like exposure and thirst have done you in, Rosella. Dehydration is no joke. Get well soon. You know what? Dehydration is no joke. Tragically, I don't have tea tonight because I'm completely out of both milk and lemon, which are the two of the 4 things I put in my tea. I either do honey and lemon or milk and sugar. And I have no milk and no lemon. And there was a storm, so the roads are kind of yucky right now. So maybe it'll go out tomorrow. Can't believe that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like there's no time to like look around at stuff or puzzle it out. Golden bridle, yes. Fish. Looks like the pelican is the only inhabitant of this desert island. At least I got to look at it this time. Fish, yes. Stinky dead fish. Like, I don't even have the speed turned up all that much. Like, I think it was maybe here? but like the death events happen so quickly, it doesn't give you a chance to like be wrong. Okay, and oops, nope. Let's take a look. The pelican has likely found the silver whistle amongst the debris. A golden bridle! How could such a splendid item possibly end up in a desolate place like this? In all likelihood, one of the wrecked ships found on the remote island had been used to transport treasure before falling victim to a forgotten storm. You'd probably be better off leaving the bridle alone for now. You wouldn't want to accidentally get it tangled. You put the shiny silver whistle to your lips and forcefully blow into it, producing a loud tweet. To your astonishment, a friendly dolphin appears just offshore and jabbers excitedly at you. Let's go get the dolphin quickly before the game just kills me. My goodness. King's Quest V, The Tangled Bridle. That actually does sound like a King's Quest title. Though I thought that was the title of King's Quest VII. The Tangled Bridle? No, it's the Princeless Bridle. Haha. Magical pink dolphin time! Hooray! Okay, I don't have the thing for you yet. Now I have to go find my pony. Where's my pony? I don't think it stays where you put it if you make it love you too early. No, thank you. 7? Slow down there, future mermaid. At least the ogre appreciated your good taste. Darn it. Oh, no, I didn't save. Okay, but we have autosaves in this game, which I am taking advantage of. Tweedledee, tweedledee. No spooky trees. Ah, there you are. I'm so sorry, pony. As the beautiful unicorn offers no resistance, you gently place the golden bit into its mouth and fit the bridle and reins over its majestic head. The unicorn looks at you with curiosity and trust, which you have shattered, you horrible person. Where's my hand? You nimbly mount the magnificent unicorn, grab the golden reins, and set off toward Lolot's castle. I'm horrible! I'm horrible! And that just disappears too fast for me to read it. Like, I don't even have the game speed up all that high. Game? Game. The unicorn is now the king. Game? Game. Where? Come back, game. Well, thank you for playing King's Quest IV. I hope you really enjoyed this playthrough. Apparently, this is where it ends. Is the player character female? Yes. Perils of Rosella is one of the first adventure games with a female protagonist. Like, it's according to it's generally agreed to be the first adventure game with a female protagonist. It's not the first game with a female protagonist, I don't think. Some people have claimed that is, but I've got a feeling that there might have been something earlier. It's the 80s? Yes, this came out in 80, 87, 88, somewhere in there. But it is, however, completely locked up. Okay, well then, that's fun. All right. We're reloading. Oh, I can't see the auto saves from here. Interesting. All right. Start. Get over on the right monitor. Probably up there with same as, yeah, like that's something I've always wondered. I don't know. Okay. Restore. Okay. Bridal. Let's see if we crash this time. I was honestly really surprised by the crash. Unicorn. Still can't read what that said. Come on, don't crash this time. Okay. Huh. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, the horn is pointed straight forward instead of angled. Like it's difficult to see in with the gray unicorn on the gray rock, but it's sort of like has a very arched neck and is kind of looking down. I do think it is a very nice design for a unicorn though. But it crashed again. That's not great for me. Okay. Well, let's see about not launching it through Scum VM. Maybe that's doing something weird. Like the whole point of Scum VM is that it's supposed to make even AG, like this game is made with AGS, the Adventure Game Studio, which is a very handy program for creating your own. Where is it? Adventure games. Like you can make it's like chess. Learning the basics is not difficult, but learning how to use all of its features, very difficult. Maybe like Excel is a better example. Like you can say like, yes, I can use Excel, but there's going to be incredible bizarreness that you can't even begin to deign to consider the possibility of it existing buried within its secrets. Okay. We're trying just straight launch from just running the EXE. Okay. Ooh, that is a much bigger. Oh, I have to change. Buh, 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 buh. Okay, OBS doesn't recognize it when I try and play the game. That's great for me. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Okay, you go away. That's not working. Okay, well, we're gonna try again. Whoops. Start. Don't crash, you jerk. Just to see if actually, I'm going to save again here. This is the screen we're going to save from. Wonder if like turning down the game speed. Oh. I don't know what that lock means, but I think it feels important. Okay. Bridle on horsey. Ride horsey. It doesn't really have bad posture, like proper, like dressage posture is sort of like that. And also, like, you got to think, if you had a horn sticking right out of your forehead, it'd be pretty heavy. Your head would drop down. Okay. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Unicorn seems paralyzed by fear. At least I had something of a chance to read. Okay. Flappity flappity. Okay. Why? Why? What can I do to make this not be a thing? Because I would like it to not be a thing. All right. To the internet. King's Quest for Retold crash. Oh, for once the scum forums didn't think I'm a bot. Oh, when Rosella delivers the unicorn to Lolote, as soon as the henchmen have grabbed them to carry them to the castle, the game freezes completely. Yes, this is exactly my problem. Oh, wait, no, this is from last year, almost to the day. I'm like, oh gosh, there's not going to be any responses. Same issue is reported with version 1.0.5 of the game on the Adventure Game Studio forum. Okay. So apparently it's been fixed in the newest version. Like it was supposed to be fixed in a newer version of ScumVM. ScumVM 2. What version of ScumVM do I even have? I have no idea. That's none of my business. We do not panic. ScumVM, I have the one that they're talking about where it is no good ski. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're looking for a new version of ScumVM. ScumVM website. Home, screenshots, forums, downloads. I have the most up-to-date version. Love that for me. Okay, I may not. So that's just a known bug. We're just going to go big while I'm talking. So that is just a known bug. I can't get past that. And I can't get OBS to play, like to actually view the game, to play it without the ScumVM launcher. Maybe we panic a little. Little panic. A paniclet. At least it's like something. So I live on the island Peacock Place? No, I managed to get back to the mainland. I just can't capture the unicorn, which is like the first main quest of the game. Yeah, it doesn't work from that point on. Aw, that's unfortunate. Okay. What to do, what to do, what to do? What games do I have? You know what? I haven't finished playing Conquest of the Longbow. We're changing direction entirely. We're gonna go play Conquest of the Longbow. So let's just go to OBS here.